Hello, so this recipe is for my version of a traditional chicken thigh handi, full of spice, loads of layers of flavours and spices. You need to make sure everything's done in the right order, and then right at the end you add a good helping of garam masala. This is my own blend. I'll put the recipe up at the end. It's like full of coriander, cumin, white pepper, black pepper, mace, and not the stuff that you spray on people that are attacking you. It's a type of herb. Enjoy cooking it. If you've got any questions, please ask, and stay safe. This is going to make you hungry.
So the first thing we need to do is all our prep. So get 6 dried Kasmiri chilies and bathe them in boiling hot water. Let them soak. Put them aside. Get a large tablespoon of coriander seeds and toast them in a hot pan just to the point where they release the oils and become slightly fragrant. At that exact point, put them in a spice grinder. Give them a blitz. Nice and coarse, so you want powder, half shells, full shells, just like that. Then take a thumb's worth of ginger, peel it and slice it, and 3 large garlic cloves, peel them, throw them in a little blender or a mortar and pestle, whatever you've got, and give them an absolute blitz to make them into a puree. That is your ginger and garlic puree, fresh, absolutely the core element of many curries. Then you get your 6 Kasmiri chilies, a little bit of the soaking liquor, and give them a blitz. Turn them into again beautiful bright red puree. Take a fairly raw beef tomato and chop it up into small cubes. Then take a cheap as you like pack of chicken thighs from Tesco's, and the first thing I always do, as with most of my videos with chicken thighs, is give them a clean. Remove the veins, feel over them with your fingers looking for gristle, bone, tissue that shouldn't be there, because you don't want to find that in your mouth after you're working so hard to make such a stunning curry. When that's done, you just chop them in half. So all those thighs cut in half. Peel 3 onions, and for 2 of them you need to slice exactly like I am there, to make finely sliced as long as possible shreds of onion. Do that for 2 of them and set that aside. For the remaining onion, slice that, finely chop it. There you go. Finely chop it like that. Just do that to one of the onions and put those separately. So chopped onions in one bowl, sliced onions in the other. Put a good splash of vegetable oil in a pan as hot as possible and get those shredded, finely sliced onions, and you're going to brown them. Brown them with as much heat as possible. You're basically almost burning them, and just keep working them, flipping them, burning them. Basically, you're not caramelizing these, you are burning them. I have seasoned them as well, so give them a splash of salt and keep working them. Probably takes you about 5, 6, 7 minutes on the highest heat as possible. And there you go. That's pretty much what they should be looking like towards the end. Take them, put them in a pan, a baking tray, and pop in the oven about 90 or 100 degrees just to keep them warm while you cook the rest of the curry. Then clean the pan and re-oil it, boiling hot, and get all those chopped onions and tip them in, because we're going to start the curry proper now. Okay, so just caramelize them, give them a bit of colour, make a well in the middle, and a good tablespoon of good quality tomato puree. Tip that in and fry it off. Get those chopped tomato, get that liquefying and frying. This pan should be as hot as possible. Don't turn it down, keep it absolutely scorching. That's my central hob, and it is almost like what you get in a restaurant. Okay, so make a well, get that puree and sweat it off. Give it a good fry. There you go. Get a large tablespoon of fresh cumin seeds and tip them in, because you're going to fry these. You'll release the oils of the cumin while you're frying them, just in this section, and then just mix it all in. Okay, while you're frying these seeds, the oils will mix into the tomatoes, the garlic, and the ginger. Fry it for a couple of minutes like that. Once again, make a well in the middle and get that Kasmiri chili paste and put that in the middle. Mix that into the onion and the tomato that you've made. Give that a good mix in. Careful breathing that in because it is chili and it will get on your lungs. Chicken stock. In the end, I added about 250ml, but I did it in short splashes and reduced it every time. So now we've got a bit of liquid. We can add those toasted coriander seeds in there, providing a bit of zest, brightness, more depth of flavour, and just mix them in. Because they've been toasted already, you don't fry these, you put them in when there's liquid in there because the oils have already been released. Season it, keep seasoning as you go along. More chicken stock, putting it in, reducing it, seasoning it, checking it for taste, intensifying the sauce, reducing that sort of curry stock that is there. Just keep reducing it down, and when I feel like it's reduced enough like that, get those chicken thighs, shove them in, make a little well in the middle and get them frying. Just leave them there to start cooking through underneath. By the end of this, you'll have fried them for about 15 minutes, and there's absolutely no chance they won't have had enough heat getting through to the centre of the meat, so don't you worry about that like being raw, because there's absolutely no chance that's going to happen. So keep frying them, stir them in, make sure they're cooking all the way through. That's probably been about 10 minutes now. Frying in there, reducing. Again, the pan is still incredibly hot on full whack. Stir it in. Now I need to return a bit of moisture to the sauce to thicken it up. So instead of just using water, I'm using the liquor from the soaked chilies from the start. Of course, it's got some sort of flavour in it, so it's worth using. Never throw anything away while you're cooking. Again, now I reduce that down, thicken it up, reduce it down, season it. I put a splash of apple cider vinegar in just to make it a bit sharper. It was missing something from that side of the taste spectrum, I thought. So now you won't have any of this, but I'll give you the recipe. This is my garam masala. You put that in right near the end because every spice in there has already been roasted and all the oil's released, so you put it right near the end. You don't cook it all the way through. You put something like that right near the end. It's really important. Also then I put a little splash of mango chutney just to balance it out, the sweetness, and then we get a handful, about half of a red pepper, finely sliced, and just mix that in because that won't need much cooking at all. So we're right near the end now. Yogurt goes in. That's a low-fat Greek yogurt from Tesco's, and that is full-fat Greek yogurt from Costco. So a mixture of the two because that Costco stuff is proper fattening, not that I should really care. Then we add some fresh coriander. And remember those onions from the very start? Well, they're going in right at the end now. I don't put them in any point before this because you will rinse all that beautiful charred taste out of them. That sort of depth, they've got so much depth of flavour, and it adds to the cumin seeds, it adds to the chicken. Put it in any earlier and you're literally rinsing all the flavour off them, which is the last thing you want to do. Give them a stir, add a bit more coriander. Then I transferred them to a pot that I could put in the oven and just put them on 100 degrees to keep them warm. A splash more yogurt to keep it moist, and transferred it to the oven on 100 degrees while I worked on making some rice and making some naan breads. So that is the curry. Here is the final, what you would call the glory shot, where you get the curry and put it on a plate and your stomach's rumbling. You get a bit more coriander. I made some coriander rice there. You got little flecks of coriander going through the white rice. Look at my recipe for white rice, how to nail that every single time. Enjoy making this curry. I hope you can find all the ingredients. Get yourself down to the local Asian supermarket. They will have them all there. Stay safe, enjoy cooking, and like and subscribe. Farewell. Bye.